Now I want to show you, because what's really cool and special about buying wine here at QVC2 is we ship to 40 states, including Pennsylvania.
Including Pennsylvania, Woo! Yes.
So there's a map of every one. So if your state is in red, that's where we're going to ship to. All right, so here are your choices, because now you've learned a little bit about the wine, what we're going to do. And this is a QVC2 big deal. So this value and offer is not going to last forever. And when it goes, the price goes back up, the easy pay goes away, and it's gone. So here's what you got to decide. Do you want 3 bottles? Do you want to do a case, and that's 12 bottles? If you do the 3-bottle collection, you will get 3 of whatever varietal you'd like. The Rosé, you get 3 of those. You could do the Chardonnay, 3 of the Pinot Noir, or 3 of the Syrah. But the 12-bottle collection, where the value is awesome, you could do an all white, an all red, or a mixed collection. If you do the all white or all red, you'll get 6 bottles of each of that choice. The mix gives you 3 bottles total.
You get to try them all.
And awesome for anybody that you know loves wine. They don't have to know a lot about wine. Just loving wine, what a great gift to give, because you get to try and expand your knowledge.
Well, it's a social beverage. You know, it's a gift that you open and you share with the people that you give it to.
Absolutely.
There's very few gifts where you can say that.
You try varieties that honestly you're not going to be able to walk to, at least in Pennsylvania. I can only talk from experience of we used to call them state stores. Of walking in and being able to find boutique wineries.
The average wine store you walk into, and just Chardonnay, there's 100 Chardonnays on average. How do you know which wine is good?
How are you going to know which one's going to be buttery or something that's more crisp?
So now we're going into the holiday season. You now are bringing a gift to someone's house for a housewarming. You're giving a gift. You have people coming. You're a red wine drinker. You have family and friends coming over, and they only drink white. You really want to make sure the wine is good, and that's what we've done. We've looked through hundreds of wines to pick each of these, and the criteria we use is that is the true representation of that varietal. If you've never had Pinot, this is what Pinot supposed to taste like, and that's how we pick them.
We made a few recipes here in the show, so I just want to ask you, with what we made, what wine you would pair it with. So the first thing we made was we started a turkey soup. So good old classic turkey noodle soup.
So if you're a white wine drinker, drink the Chardonnay. If you're a red wine drinker, drink the Pinot.
Okay, very good. Turkey panini, but it has an earthy, meaty kale pesto to it.
I'd go more red. I'd probably go the Pinot for that.
You would go with the Pinot with that?
I think so,
okay.
yeah.
We did a fall harvest salad with our leftover sweet potatoes, with the leftover cranberry sauce and a vinaigrette.
That sounds like rosé.
Oh, I love that. And then finally, we're going to be making those short ribs. We're going to deglaze with the Syrah. You say still drink with the Syrah.
Syrah. Well, you know, the other thing they say is always make sure you cook with the wine that you would drink.
Because a lot of people think that it's going to cook away.
So here's what I tell folks: when you open the wine, you're serving the wine. You get to the end of the bottle. Pour a little bit in a little paper cup or a little ice. Put it in your freezer, and then the next time you go to cook, you've got your wine to cook with right in the freezer. You just pull that out, throw it in. You've got great wine.
Yeah. I love it. And here's what I want to say, because I can't stress enough the value, especially in the case. Because normally a bottle like this from a boutique California winery would be $23. You can get it for $9. I'm kind of one of those people that when I walk into a wine store and I see $9, I go, what's wrong with it?
Yeah, you'd be worried.
But you just don't understand the markup. We're able to bring you these prices because there's no middleman. Brian is directly working with these boutique wineries and bringing it straight to QVC.
You're giving our secret away. Those beautiful shots you saw of the vineyard when we started. There's nobody in between the winery and all of you at home at QVC. And that's the key to this. There's lots of little layers in the normal retail store you go to. Here at QVC, there's no one there.
The fact that I'm sitting here sipping a Chardonnay is a testament to how good and how splendid this is, because I never liked the oaky, buttery, the heavy, super perfumey Chardonnays. It fights with food.
Well, our view is that, you know, they say wine is the ultimate condiment for food. And when you find that perfect pairing, It just makes your recipe, it makes your dish all that much
well,
more
it
special.
enhances it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
there really is a thing to having a really great wine that's paired right with your
Yep.
food and enhancing the flavor of that dish. And what Brian did so brilliantly is he went and found the best California
Yep.
wines that go right now with your holiday
Yep.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Whether it's appetizers, whether it's going to be later
Anything.
on for New Year's Eve, maybe do a little, you cook with a lot of shrimp. You can pair
Right.
that wonderfully
Right.
with this Chardonnay.
Well, I'll tell you what, pair one of these red wines with a fireplace, not a cold, when the snow comes and anything else, it's fabulous. But I'll tell you the other thing is, on QVC.com, we have put up the tasting notes from the winemakers for each of these wines with their pairing suggestions. When I taste these wines before the show, I haven't tasted them since the 6 months started of us putting this together. And it's literally like you can pull it out and it's like you're sitting with the winemaker, hearing their thoughts as you taste it. You have your own opinion, your own taste buds, but it's great to hear this little bit from the folks that actually made the wine.
There's the tasting notes. I know it's a little small, but I'll
Yeah.
talk you through it.
They're much nicer on QVC.
We'll go through. I know. We'll go through each one. So the rosé, it's really going to have that fruity nose, and I do
Yes.
love the
Yes.
cherry that I detected with the
It's just
rosé
great.
on this
Yeah.
one.
It's just it's a great wine, and it's interesting. They've blended Zinfandel and Barbera together to create this rosé. The rosé is a very simple wine, but it is a lot of work. There's actually 4 different wines blended together, 4 different varietals to create this, and that's the skill of the winemaker, and that's what you get in a well-made wine.
And boy, rosé's been having a moment.
Oh
that's
yeah,
for sure.
yeah, rosé all day.
We're looking at the Chardonnay right now. Wonderful notes. I detected that green apple.
Yes.
That was in there, and but the tasting notes say a little bit of a lemon.
There is
citrus wine to
because
it.
actually there's a little bit of Pinot Grigio and a little touch of Riesling in there. And that's what you get in the better wines, which is what we have here. The price is great, but these are really well-constructed, well-made wines, and it's that complexity that the winemakers are able to add that give us just this wonderful taste profile.
So those were your whites. We're moving
Yeah.
on to the reds, the 2 reds that we have in the
So the
selection.
Sonoma Coast Pinot, I have to tell you, their tasting room sits on the edge of Bodega Bay. If you're ever out in Sonoma
Okay.
and you go down to the coast, first off, go in and tell them you saw the wine on QVC. They love having the QVC people stop in. But Sonoma Coast, it is the capital of Pinot Noir. They do a fabulous job with it. They've blended in a tiny bit of Merlot to make it have a little bit of a longer finish. And this is one of the best Pinots I think we've had here.
Do you know, like I said, we keep stocking Pinot Noir. I love it for pizza night.
Oh, it's great.
I love it with a great margarita pizza.
That old clad pizza you had before, I was all in on that. I
with
was
the
waiting.
eggs?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. And then we have the sleeper, the one that seems a little mysterious, the Syrah.
So the Syrah is, if you've only had Cabernet, if you like big, bold reds, or you have guests coming over that are red wine drinkers and you're a white wine, you can pull the Syrah out and you'll blow their socks off. It is big and bold, but it has no harshness. It has a smoothness to the finish, and it's just wow. It's just a great. I was so thrilled as to how this wine came out.
So
Isn't that great?
if your family, loves a good steak, and that's what maybe you're going to do for New
Yeah.
Year's Eve, just a wonderful filet mignon.
Or in holiday, think of all the different sauces and stuff. The meals become a little bit more complex than what we enjoy in the summer. And so we've picked these wines. I mean, this is guaranteed delivery in time for Thanksgiving. You can put all of these on your table. The biggest thing is, I think of my family and friends. We got all wine tastes covered.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
You've got the
Something
people
for
that only
everybody.
drink red, the people that only like sweet wines. That's why I encourage folks to take the mixed. You will be all set for the holidays. You won't have to run out at the last minute.
So if you love the sweet wine, you're going to want to go with the rosé. But again, not overly sweet,
Yeah.
not like the white Zin that I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Back from
If you've got
maybe
some-
the 90s or the 80s.
Oh.
I wasn't drinking in the 80s.
If
That would have been legal.
you've got a sweet wine lover coming over, the rosé will just be fantastic.
Can I just say it's sweet but sophisticated?
Yes.
I think that's
Delicate,
the perfect way.
delicate, I think.
To do the rosé. If you have somebody who's just a classic white wine and you want
Yeah.
to serve them a fabulous Chardonnay that I think will knock
Oh,
their
yeah.
socks off, you want to go ahead and you want to pick up the Chardonnay. Or you could do the 12-bottle case, and then you'll get 6 of each. So then you have a white wine home run.
Well, you know, it's interesting. So many people say to me, gee, I don't buy 12 bottles at the store.
Well, because
I say, well, I don't either. It weighs a case of wine weighs 39 pounds.
Yeah, that's why I don't go
But when you can have it delivered to your door and I think of it, here's the other thing. I think of it as my 12 emergency gifts. I've got 12 $9 gifts for all the people I forgot. The piano teacher, the bridge club, all that kind of stuff.
Or you have 12 bottles of wine that you can just enjoy yourself.
Give some, keep some.
Throughout the winter months to cook with. Give some, keep some. I will keep all
more.
of it. And then I'll have to buy a second set to gift. But remember, we have that build to, ship to, and we ship to 40 states. So first of all, again, what you have to decide, 3-bottle collection or the 12-bottle collection. The 12-bottle collection will get each bottle home to you for $9 delivered to your door. Then let us know, ship now for Thanksgiving, guaranteed delivery by Thanksgiving, or December 3rd in time for Christmas. And then you can get the one-time shipment or the auto delivery that keeps it coming every 4 months for 4 shipments. All 40 states. Look at that, almost a whole red there.
We're doing all our best to increase it. But
including Pennsylvania. I know you're working hard. And it's on our best easy pay. 6 monthly payments, either $6 or $18 and change. Our first QVC2 wine, big deal. The ultimate holiday entertaining Best of California set. Brian Doherty, don't go anywhere, because at the end of the show, I've been promising all my guests a little wine. So I hope you can oblige.
We can do a little cheers.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll hold you to it,
I'm
my
a
friend.
professional.
Thank you so much. You are. You are. And like one of my favorite foodies now, because you know you're all about the wine. All right, so I am so delighted, elated. Oh heck, I just want to jump out of my skin, Chef Christine.